Okay, Israel Schneider speaking. If you asked me to talk about the techeles, it was the Radziner rabbe who started this whole techeles adventure. I want to talk about how to make techeles, the dyeing process, not about the zihui. It's not talking about what exactly the techeles is. Right now, we'll accept the identification of the Radziner rabbe. It's saw this tin fish in the aquarium in Italy. I'm not sure exactly which city, maybe in Rome. I don't know exactly where and when it was. He went to Italy, as far as you know, for the yisrael. He was in the yisrael business. He had a bookstore in Warsaw, I believe. And yes, he saw the tin fish and voila, Eureka, that's the tin fish. That's the zone. We're accepting his identification, and we're talking with the RAMBAM. The RAMBAM seems to fit very well with the tin fish. The question is, how exactly is the dye acquired?
Well, Yisrael, you agree with the Radziner on this?
It's not for me to agree or disagree. Who am I? We're going in a certain way. We're saying a thesis. We're producing a thesis. We're accepting the Radziner's identification. It seems to fit in very well with the Rambam's words. Maybe other Rishonim thought it was a different thing, but let's talk on the axis of Rambam Radziner. Yeah?
Yes.
It's the tin fish, the diyunun. Okay. The thing is that we have a sugya in Maseches Menachos, in the parak called techeles, which deals with all the laws of techeles and tzitzis. And there in nachman Gimel Amud Beis, it says, it gives a description of how to make techeles, right? Using the blood of the chilazon. And it says there's samamonim. It says that you add samamonim. Tosis, if I'm not mistaken, Tosis over there, it's the question, how can you add something if the Torah says techeles, and the Tosefta in Menachos says that techeles for tzitzis can only be made from the chilazon, so how can you add something? So I believe Tosis says that it's halacha l'Moshe Sinai. They had a halacha l'Moshe Sinai that certain things have to be added to produce the correct dye, the correct color. Okay. Now we have a machlokes between the Nodid Yehuda in the Tshuva and the Moshe Feinstein. I don't remember exactly now the sources. I haven't dealt with this thing for a long time. We put out yachad, witt and I put out a context called Green Techeles, and there it's brought the Mekorot. In any case, we have the Gemara in Menachos Tafnem Gifel. We have the Tosus over there. We have the Nodid Yehuda. We have a Moshe Feinstein. I think that Moshe Feinstein says, in contradistinction to the Nodid Yehuda, that the samamonim can change the color. In other words, that the halacha l'Moshe Sinai is so strong that the samamonim were not just added to help the dyeing process, but to actually change the color. Okay. Now, the question is which samamonim? We have a Mishnah in Maseches Shabbos and Maseches Nida. I can't give you the numbers right now. Whoever knows. I'm remembering from something that I dealt with a number of years ago. The Mishnah says there's 7 samamonim. The question of knowing if a stain is from a nida or not a nida, the question of taking off a stain. There's 7 samamonim. So it makes sense. So since the Gemara in Nachas Tafnem Gimel says samamonim and does not identify, Rashi does identify what he thinks it is. But okay, we're working with the RAMBAM. And the Gemara doesn't specify which Samamonim, but we have in Maseches Shabbos and Maseches Nida a list of 7 Samamonim, so most probably it's one of those 7. So the intuition would say. And as a matter of fact, that's exactly what the RAMBAM says. The RAMBAM, in his Hilchos Tzitzis, I think it's Perek Beis or Chabez, he gives an exact recipe how to dye, which it's not clear where he got that from. It could be he got it from the Tshuvas HaGaonim or from some source that is now lost. In any case, it gives an exact description of the dyeing process. And he says that ammonia has to be added. Voila. If the Gemara Menachas Samach Daf Mem Gimel says Samamonim, and the Rambam says ammonia, and we know ammonia is one of the 7 lucky Samamonim mentioned in the Mishnah and Shabbos and in Nida, it follows that the Rambam understood that when the Menachas says Samamonim, it means ammonia.
What is ammonia in English?
Okay, all we have to do is find out what is ammonia exactly. Now, as a matter of fact, the Rambam tells us in his Pirush Mishnah, both to Shabbos and he tells us exactly what happened is that the translator didn't bring the Arabic words since he didn't think it helped anything. So he took out the Arabic words, which produces a problem. But it so happens that the Bartanura, in commentary to the Mishnah in Nida, if I'm not mistaken, says what it is. He calls it, I think, Kalya. That's the word, Al-Kalya. That's the word that Rambam used. As a matter of fact, Yerushalmi, as the Gemara in Shabbos says, what is Kemanya? I forget the word exactly. Dots, something dots, but that doesn't help. Rashi says, well, I don't know what that is. Okay, so that doesn't help. But the Gemara says dots. But Yerushalmi says, Kalya. The Rambam writes, Al-Kalya. Rav Kapach in his Madura, the Rambam says a thing in Temanese, it's called Chametz, and he gives the Latin term, Eureka. If he has the right term, I don't remember right now, forgive me again, my memory is not perfect, I don't remember all the exact details. He gives the Latin term, now it's no big deal. Once you have the Latin term, any scientist, any botanist, find it. The mice, what happened, he gave this information to Zohar Amar. He made many experiments.
Who is Zohar Amar?
Using a chalazim from the Mediterranean, using a chalazim from the Red Sea. He went out, he put a lot of money into this.
Rabbi Schneider,
Hello?
can you tell us who is this Zohar is?
Zohar Amar is a world famous expert. He's written like 300 Marim. You can find it on the internet. He's written many books. His expertise is the only identification, and he wrote a whole book about identifying the Bameh Madlikim, the various plants measured in the first Mishnah, what Ashkenazim say in Shul on Friday night, the Madlikim, the Lechach, etc. He has a whole book on that. He has a whole book on the Talat Shani, which, by the way, is orange, according to Zohar Amar. And he wrote a whole book on the Agaman. He was not aware of the information that he became aware of later on, the information that we sent him. Using the information we sent him, he put out a new edition of the book Agaman, which I have not seen, where I assume he explains the Kitzur. If we follow the Rambam, Bitmimis Upshitis, and we do exactly what he says, what happens is when you take the sepia, which is the brown blood of the tin fish, of the Radziner fish, the durianun, you take the sepia, you put it into boiling water with the kimonia, and you get a gray color. That is techeles, gray. Dark gray. Yefes said it's dark gray. Ibn Ezra quotes him in Parshas Truma, where it says, hey, that's the first first time in the Torah. Rabbi Nachman says that the techeles is the color you get when you stick the black ink, the black ink on the quill into the parchment. It's a meeting between the black ink and the white parchment. When you mix black and white, what do you get? You don't get blue, you get gray. So Rabbi Nachman is also saying that it's gray. And Zohar Amar wrote a whole article printed in the Ma'ayan 2 or 3 years ago, or 4 years ago, where he brings like 8 different places, the Hamot and the Moen Nevuchim, and in other places, that it is gray. Okay, so you have the Rambam, who is writing theoretically in different places that it is gray, and then in Hilchos he gives you the exact prescription, matkon, how to make techeles. And if you follow what he says step by step, it comes out gray. So is there any question that according to the Rambam it is gray? There is no question. It is simple as day. Now, the fact is the Radziner came up with blue, but that was because some Italian chemist mixed in whatever it is, Prussian blue. That is obviously a mistake. Okay? He was fooled by this chemist. That is wrong. It has nothing to do with Prussian blue. It's the Kemunia. The Kemunia turns the brown sepia into gray. That is the techeles. It's simple. It's as simple as the sky is blue. Techeles is gray. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Rabbi Schneider. And this is the end of part 1. Perhaps we will speak about it a little bit later. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.